in Bucharest this evening. It finished Austria 3, North Macedonia 1. And while grit and determination and everything else, Liam, will take you so far, North Macedonia's weaknesses were exposed by Austria in the end, weren't they?
Yeah, I think Foda, the Austrian manager, got his substitutions right. Two lads he brought on made the difference. They deserved it. I thought the goalkeeper, Dimitrevski, did really, really well for North Macedonia. He was probably their best player. They were hanging on, weren't they? Although when Austria were chasing the game, they did have a couple of chances on the break, but they didn't take, and they couldn't hold on. Austria were too powerful for them in the end.
Yeah, and considering what's coming down the line in the group, Liam, North Macedonia are going to find it tough from here on in, aren't they?
Yeah, I had a senior moment thinking Spain was in the group. But
you were thinking of the sunshine.
They've got the Netherlands. I don't think the Netherlands are as strong as an outfit as they have been in the past. So Austria got a real chance now topping the group, I think. You know, they were quite impressive tonight.
Yeah, Diddy, you were bigging them up before the game and spoke of their strengths, and they came through in that second half particularly.
No, they did well, and they obviously had to deal with a setback where they conceded a goal out of nothing in the first half. They pressed on in the second half. Sometimes they find it a bit hard in and around the box because sometimes they lack a bit of guile, but they certainly had it with Gregoric coming on in Arnautovic. We know what he's capable of. He plays his football in China now. Spoke to a few people before the start of the tournament. They said he's not 100%. He probably can't play more than a half or 60 minutes, and that's hence the decision by the manager not to start him. But you know, we saw what an impact he's had, and no, they are very industrious and stubborn outfit. You know, I think it's a team that's, especially in the knockout stages, I think they're very hard to break down. And all these players, even the players who came on, they play for good clubs in Germany, play good roles for their clubs, and they really have strength in depth. So yeah, I think you know, it's a team to be aware of.
Yeah, they'll take a lot of positives from this evening's victory. Let's have a look at the Gregoric goal. As Liam was saying, great substitution when it works out like this.
Yeah, they just work the ball well here. You know, the ball comes here to Alaba, and I think, you know, he's a bit close to the... He's a bit too far infield. He knows he can't cross the ball from here, so he makes himself 5 yards, takes a touch. What a ball. This is just brilliant, you know. I said before I want to see him in the middle because he can influence the game more. I think he had a brilliant game, controlled that defence. And the more chance they had to take, or the longer the game was going on, sometimes he switched position with Hinteregger, and he ended up on that left side, and he puts a brilliant ball in. Gregoric he's a poacher. He's a very good footballer. He knows where the goal is, and yeah, he just instinctively goes to the near post. The ball, you know, it's a perfect ball. You can't cross the ball any better. And Dimitrovski, who's had a brilliant game, you know, he's just half a second late, gets a touch to it, but can't keep it out. But nothing less than Austria deserved at the time.
Yeah, no, really well worked goal. Quality really telling in the end. And then Marko Arnautovic, who we know plenty about, Liam, came on and did what he's paid to do.
Yeah, well, he's popular with the Austrian fans. He was popular with the Stoke fans and popular with the West Ham fans, but probably not popular with the managers he's had, because I think he's a bit of a loose cannon. I called him a maverick when I saw him coming on, and but he's got some skill. As Didi said, he might not be as fit as he could be, but this is a good flick from Lehmer, and he's cool, calm, collected. He doesn't mind being in that position. In fact, he thrives on it. He knows he's going to score. He knows he has the ability. Smashing goal. I don't know whether his celebration was having a go at the manager for not starting him or what. I don't know, but he certainly made a difference when he came on. He's a class act, but he's difficult to manage, isn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is. But of course, goal difference could be all important, particularly with 3 teams going through from 4 of the groups. Let's look at the North Macedonian chances. I mean, they hung on in there for much of the game, but it was all spirit and fight. And
yeah, but the longer it was one each, the more chance it was that they do get chances. And this is a brilliant ball by Bardi into Nikolov, the right back. And I think he's got to take it a bit earlier here. I think he's got to make more of an effort maybe to just flick it with his right outside of the boot over Bachmann. Bachmann, you know, we criticised him in the first half for that goal, but I think he's done really well and it was really brave there. And this is another one, and this was when it was one each. You know, look at this. This is 4v4 or 5v4, and they worked the ball brilliantly. Alioski with a great ball in, and Elmas gets a shot off, but it's brilliant defending by Hinteregger. Plays his football in Frankfurt. Yeah, brilliantly defended. And these were the two chances. You know, they probably had to take one of these chances to take at least a draw at the game. And in the end, it was just, yeah, I think they had to invest too much into the game because they were under the cosh for the best part of the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And in
Well, I
the
didn't
end,
think they were disgraced, did he?
No, they weren't.
They were hung on in
Yeah.
there. It was a real feisty match. There's plenty of tackles flying in, as we saw, and I think they can be proud of their performance. You know, first appearance at this kind of tournament. I think they can be proud of their performance. And now, whether they can get anything out of the next two games in the group remains to be seen. But they've come along and they've done themselves proud.
Yeah, and if we look back to the first half, Liam, I mean, you mentioned the quality that was obvious in that Austrian side, and Marcel Sabitzer in particular, and he contributed very nicely indeed to their opening goal, didn't he?
Yeah. Didi said he's a bit of a hothead, and he showed that as well, but he showed he's got plenty of skill. Good pass to begin with here. Goes out to the left, it comes back to him, and he really drills this across the penalty area, and he knows exactly what he's doing. What a great pass, you know. The North Macedonia defence couldn't adjust because of the speed of the cross. And great run round the back by Lena, and he took it very, very well. Great goal.
Yeah, lovely finish. And then, Didi, we got to get to the goal that caused all the controversy here at half-time and the disagreement and the discussion. What did you think of it? Let's have a final judgment on this.
Yeah, as I said at half-time, obviously it's a mistake by Hinteregger who plays the ball, who hits the ball right into Sabitzer. And then Trajkovski is there. He wants to go shoulder to shoulder with Alaba. He can't because Alaba is slightly ahead of him. He stumbles into the keeper. And there's no conclusive evidence, I think, that Bachmann is in control of that ball. I think if Trajkovski doesn't stumble, I'm sure he'll keep hold of the ball. But he slides, or they slide into each other, you know. So it's not conclusive on these pictures. And if he's not 100% certain, the referee, I think, or the VAR, I think they've got to stay with the decision on the field. So they made the right decision.
I think Ray made a valid point, very valid point, that they didn't complain. But I think, who's the centre-back who made a mistake? Did he?
Hinteregger.
He was so concerned about his mistake. Yeah. He was putting his head in his hands, and Alaba didn't see it properly. So I'll stick to the fact that I thought it was a foul.
OK, well, they've all been valid points, as has the great absence of VAR so far for the majority of this European Championships. That's been pretty refreshing as well.